Alright, we have rode out of camp. We just camped 3 or 4 miles up the road there, then off in the woods. I've come down here to a boat ramp. You can see it behind me there, because they got a dumpster. Throw my trash away and everything, and we're going to head into town, get our gas, get some supplies, probably pill around for a little while. It's already pretty late today. You can't see my watch. It's almost noon already. We've kind of drug around this morning, taking off. But I'm gonna go to town, get a few supplies, get prepared for the week. Got to work tomorrow, and I don't know. Later on this afternoon, we'll go find us a camp for the night. So I'll probably see you when I get to town. All right, I want to show you guys something here. I forgot to show you earlier. We was just here, and I stopped by again. But pay attention to all this. Pay attention to this gravel lot, this area right here. There's some significance to it here in just a second. And when I turn around, we're going to be facing the sun, so I don't know how good this is going to show up. Pay attention to all that. Oh, goodness gracious. Pay attention to me plowing through potholes. But keep a visual, all this in your head. Now, I've got some pictures I'm also going to put on here, but I just want you to visualize this. Give me just a second. I'm going to turn around here. Now, we're going to be facing the sun, like I said, so it's not going to be the greatest. Well, maybe I can get it behind this tree here. Yeah, it's still kind of foggy looking because of the sun. If you look way down through there, I wish I had well, I got a picture of an aerial view. I just wish I had a spot I could get it high enough where you can see it. But you got this gravel lot. Is that a spot on my windshield? Right there. Yes, it is. Got this long strip, this wide, no trees, no nothing. All right, I'm gonna put some pictures up here. What this used to be. Hang on, give me just a second. I got a cotton picking bug in my face. All right, you get around this lake, man, there's some weird bugs flying around. But anyway, this used to be I wouldn't call it an airport, but a landing strip. Behind us, there was a restaurant and I think some kind of little store. I don't even remember now. At the other end, there was lodging. I don't know why you'd want to stay in a room at the end of an airstrip, but anyway, they had lodging down there. All this, I think there was a gas station, a couple of little knick-knack stores. You know, this has always been a touristy area. Now, this is back in the 40s and first of the 50s, and then TVA, you know, they decided they want all this, and they forced everybody out. But anyhow, this used to be a booming little thing right here. So I'll put some pictures up where you can compare it now to back then. You can see what I'm talking about. Now, that's a 4-lane highway over there. You know, 2 going one way, 2 going the other. In the old picture, it's only going to be 1-lane highway. This lane closest to us, which is right there, it wasn't there back then. So there was more room, more land for them to do things. I think now maybe not just where this sign is, but a little bit further down, that was the gas station. This turn in that we came in on right there, that's always been there. Anyway, I'll just put the picture up and let you look at it, and you can compare them to, you know, side by side if you want. I think it's pretty neat. Side note, up on that hill is the Vampire Hotel I took you to, which is actually not really a hotel per se, but like a private house that rich people, you know, could go get a room in or whatever. But you can look back on old videos. I done took you up there. So I'm gonna post the 2 pictures. You can compare them side by side if you want, or you can just let it play on through and say whoop-de-doo. Anyhow, I got things to do today. I'm gonna get off here. This possibly could be the end of the video. If you don't see nothing else, then it is. I'll talk to you folks later. Okie dokie, we made it to the town. I went in Walmart, picked me up some Marvel Mystery Oil to run in my gasoline because gasoline has ethanol in it now. And your newer vehicles can handle it. Your newer vehicles are set up for flex fuel and stuff like that. But when you drive antique old clunkers like I do, they just don't like that ethanol at all. So you gotta run additive. I'm fixing to go over here, fill her up. She's not put the additive in there. And I got me some of them small bungee cords so I can fix my paper towel and not have to fool with that rubber band every time I want something. Side note, I went in the camping section looking at, because I always look at the camping section when I go to Walmart, and they had a paper towel holder with a lock on it. Never fails. Never fails. Every time I buy something, you know, the same day or later I'll see what I actually wanted. But anyway, we're gonna make this work. It's working fine now. It's just messing with that rubber band every time I want to do something. Kind of irritating. So I'm gonna do the bungee cord thing like I mentioned earlier. Anywho, let's go over here to the gas station and get me some gasoline. I'm glad to be getting out of town. Well, we're already out of town, on the edge of it. These people are crazy. I mean, they just drive like morons. Anywho, I'm just complaining a little bit. It's not really that bad. You know, the city's so congested, you gotta do what you gotta do to get around. So I'm just used to a slow-paced life, that's all. Okie dokie pokey, as Felicia used to say. I don't know why that popped in my head. But we're headed back out into the woods. We got away from town and civilization, going back out here where us hermits belong. I'm not going to go as deep as normal, you know, like way off some forestry road, you know, 12 hours out in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to stay close to the main highway here. More than likely, I'm going to use a regular spot that I use quite often because I got to get up early and go to work in the morning. But anywho, that's the plan, friend. This is pretty much what it all looks like. So, you know, the main road going through the middle of the forest here. So I'm gonna shut the old camera off, and I'll probably see you when I get to me a camp. I don't use that English language not so well. All right, I'll see you folks later. All right, I had went to a spot back here I was going to try to camp at. It's an old abandoned boat ramp. Well, it's not so much abandoned, it's just really almost impossible to use now because that little flood we had, it washed away the approach, I guess you could call it, the bank, undercut it and everything. Now you can't drop a boat off there. Anyhow, the point of all that was you're allowed to camp there. You always have been. They've never stopped anyone from camping there. So I come out here to do that, and some yahoo, I know it's not a natural occurrence, some yahoo has sat there and fished all day or night or whatever and throw probably, man, I don't know, there had to be 20 or 25 old carp flying all around there on the shoreline, the bank, and around the immediate area. And son, let me tell you, it was ripe around there. Yeah, there was no way I was going to camp there. They've been baking in the sun for a day or two. Yeah, they're already deteriorating. So it's been a couple of days since it's happened, and whoo, man, it is right. There's no way I could stay there. You can, I mean, I sat there 10, 15 minutes just kind of looking at the map, looking for another place to go, and it was about to make me gag. So we're leaving that spot. More than likely, I am going to go to one of my regular spots that's been good to me. That's probably what I'm going to do. It's getting late in the afternoon. I'm getting a little hungry, ready to settle in for the day, get things ready for work tomorrow. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Now I'm sitting there talking about it. I'm just going to go to one of my regular faithful spots, and nothing glamorous, but it's always been tried and true. You know, it's always worked out for me. So that's the plan, friend. I'll see you when we get there. All right, I'm backing into one of my old faithful spots. You don't have to back into this one. I just do it because it makes it easier on me. This van is pretty much the size of 5 school buses put together, so you know, it's, well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, you guys know that, but it is pretty big and long, and you end up having to do like a 8-point turn every time you turn around somewhere. So it's just easier for me to, oh, great camera work, you moron. Pay attention here, I gotta get around this tree. Yeah, it's just easier for me to back into spots out here in these woods anyway. I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to back into here. Can you see in the mirror? Look in the mirror, you're gonna hit something. Pay attention. I'm sorry for being so aggressive. Woo! See, I wasn't paying attention. Almost cut my mirror on that tree. Pay attention, boy. Pay attention. But yeah, it's a lot easier for me just to back in spots like this. Now I could have pulled in and turned. That road dead ends. It just goes right down there and stops. But I could have pulled in and pulled in there that direction. But believe it or not, because this tree and that tree that's falling right there, that looks wide, but it's really not. This van has no turning radius whatsoever. I would have had to done a 3-point turn to hit this hole right here. Pulled in, probably could have got about halfway because I got to miss that tree. And the front end would have been by that tree, so I would have had to pull back up a little bit, then swung it a little bit more. I know it seems like I'm exaggerating on that, but that's the truth. All right, we're in this hole. And I lost my breeze. It's a little... Let me get my seatbelt off, folks. I'm trying, people, I'm trying. Stop yelling at me. I'm fighting with my seatbelt over here. Cotton picking thing won't go in. What is wrong with you now? It's stressful. Oh, I fell out of the van. It's stressful being this good in life. It really is. Oh, it was doubled over. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere now. So this is going to be camp. Oh, it's nice and cool out here. I open them doors. It's like I was talking about before. The heat from that motor and undercarriage just radiates in there. The road we came in on is way over there. And we're camped right here. I've used this spot a bunch. I'm pretty much the one now. I didn't make this spot. I'm not claiming I made it, but it hardly ever got used. This used to be all leaves and grass and, you know, kind of look like that. And I've been using it so much this year, I've got it beat down like a road. But anywho, That don't go nowhere. It goes around the corner and dead ends. It's not technically a road. That's where people's been going back there. And that's another thing we mentioned before about staying on numbered roads. Now I've talked to the ranger. This technically isn't an established road. That one out there is, but this right here isn't. But because now we had a conversation sitting right here. Because it's been used so much, it's not on the maps, forestry maps. It's not considered a road whatsoever. But because it's been used so much over the years and has pretty much became a maintained camping spot, that they allow it right here. But he said they don't want people going back here. They will write tickets for going back there. Right here's fine. I really don't see nobody using this spot. I know they do because I've come here and seen tire tracks and ashes. I never have a fire here, but somebody has been. So, but because it's being respected and kept clean like it is, they're going to leave it, not bother nobody. But all it's going to take is one Yahoo to come back here and trash this place, leave trash everywhere and destroy it. That's all it's going to take. And they're going to block this one off too. And that came from his mouth. Dadgum mosquitoes. I want to open my doors, but I'm already getting attacked. But we're going to walk out here a bit, at least out here to this gravel road, and see if I disappear. I'm going to pause this so it ain't just a lot of me shaking and bouncing and you hear my belly jumping around. All right, I'm almost back. The main forestry road's over there. This is the spur. It goes to an old cemetery back here, way back here. So I'm pretty much back out to it. You see my van? It's right in that area right there. It just disappears, don't it? I can see it because I know it's there, obviously. But now I was followed in here by a car. Speaking of which, a car just went by and they saw me standing here, so now they'll be over here. I guarantee it. They'll come over here and be nosy, see what I'm doing. But what I was going to say, I was followed in by a car that had New York plates. I turned in here. They stopped right there and watched me. I played it off a little bit. I drove on down through there and turned around. When I come back out there, it was gone. And then just now while I was walking down through here, I saw him go by. But also just now, standing right there, a car just went and almost come to a complete stop. That's the reason I paused the camera. And I got my bright red shoes on, so I know they saw me. They'll be over here when they come. That goes down to the lake. Continue that way about another 5 minutes, you go down to the lake. That's where everybody goes. But now that they saw me standing here, I guarantee it was a pretty nice car. They might not drive in here, but I guarantee they'll come down this one just so they can try to see what I'm doing. And that kind of irritates me. I hate to sound so grumpy. I know I sound grumpy. Get off my lawn. But I come way out here to spots like this to try to get away from the crowds and the noise, and I like solitude. I like the quiet. I like being by myself. And it just irritates me that people just, okay, I'll put it how y'all can understand it. It's like a Walmart parking lot or any shopping center. You can park at the very last parking spot down by the highway, 25-minute walk back to the store, be the only car there. When you come out, there'll be 16 cars parked all around you. It's just like, they got to be a part of your little group. I'm getting old and grumpy, folks. I'm getting old and grumpy. Anywho, I'm going to get my doors open. As of right now, I shouldn't need to run the air. Depends on how bad these mosquitoes get. They're kind of bugging around me right now. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to open doors for now. Let me get off here. I'm starving to death. Let me get in the back. Get everything set back up once again and fix me something to eat. All right, there's been a change of plans. It's a little muggy out here. There ain't no air moving in this thick woods. I can look at the top of trees and tell that the wind's blowing. It just ain't making it down here. I'm already hot and muggy and sticky, and I'm gonna treat myself. Haven't ran the air all weekend. I'm gonna run it tonight. It's supposed to only be 70 degrees a night, so I may turn it off because it does. I will admit, although that generator is quiet, you know, actually real quiet, it still just kind of kills the vibe out here. You know, you don't get to hear coyotes at night, or sometimes you can hear raccoons patting around in the leaves around you, and it just kills all that. But I'm not going to lay out here and sweat and suffer. Y'all got to remember, this is my home. I'm not a weekend warrior. I'm not on a 2-month trip, road trip. I live here. This is my home. And just like you at your house, you're going to be comfortable. You're going to run your air. You're going to cook you a good meal, whatever, you know. Same thing right here. So I'm going to go ahead and run the air tonight and be comfortable. But anyway, let me finish setting it up, and we'll get inside and get the house set up. All right, tonight's fine cuisine is rice. It's just one of these packets of instant rice. I forgot, I gotta put my big old head in front of the light. It's just one of these packs of instant rice. They're pretty good, I like them. Now I've got some Uncle Ben's minute rice in here. I just don't feel like messing with it at the moment. But anyway, I like to add stuff to it, so I'm gonna put some of this canned chunk chicken. It ain't gonna focus. But anyway, it's just canned chicken. I know it's not the healthiest stuff in the world, but I don't have any actual chicken in my refrigerator right now. Sometimes I got some chicken breasts in there, but I done ate them. Normally, when I buy chicken. Normally when I buy chicken, I eat it the same day. I don't trust it sitting around. I'm just weird like that. Let me gather up my other ingredients and I'll be right back. Okay, the rice is done. When I turn my stove off, I like to immediately take the little can of gas out. I don't trust leaving it in there. I don't feel like it leaks, but in the back of my mind, I'm afraid it's going to. So anyway, we got the rice and the chicken hot and ready to go. And yes, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. I'm just gonna put it all on here. Actually, I probably won't eat it all. I'll eat about half, maybe a little bit more. And then I'll save the rest for breakfast in the morning. Because yes, I like rice for breakfast. Even though it's not white rice, it's still rice. It's all the same. That's good enough on that. We'll clean that up a little bit better later. So, spread this around a little bit. Now give me a good layer of cheese on top while it's still hot. And I probably, well, ain't no probably to it. I know I eat too much cheese. It's not good for you in large quantities like I eat. But I like it. And you know, not to get too philosophical, we're all going to die one day. Now, I'm not saying walk out in front of a speeding train, but folks, we're all going to die one day. Enjoy the little simple things. So now I'm a sweet and spicy sriracha. You gotta watch, because this is hard to come out. It has that funny top to it. You gotta squeeze it real hard to make it come through there, and then when you do, it just shoots out in a big blob. Let's go a little bit more. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's fixing to shoot out here in a big blob. There we go. Why is it not wanting to come out? It's probably trying to tell me that's enough. Oh, there it went. About a whole teaspoon just shot out there. That's good. I'm getting carried away. So we're gonna mix that up real good. Now I know this don't look appetizing, but trust me, there's some good eating here, folks. You can have that old caviar and shrimp and lobster. You can put that in your little to-go bag and take it on to your house, because I don't want it. I like this good eating right here. Ooh-wee. You remember that Cajun guy used to be on TV? I can't remember his name, but I guarantee. I promise you like this. It looks horrible, don't get me wrong. I know it looks like cat food, but man, it's good. Now, I know we just put some spicy sriracha on there, but this Diablo has its own little flavor. I'm definitely not gonna get too carried away with this, because this stuff does have a little kick. It will come around. When you think it's gone, it'll come back and kick you again. But that should really liven it up right there. We'll mix that up pretty good so you get an even flavor throughout the whole meal and not just one big burst of it. And there we go. I know, before you say anything, I know it looks like cat food. You ain't got to tell me, I know. But it's good, folks. Alright, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to say my blessings, enjoy my food. This is awesome. It smells incredible. And that's probably going to be it for today. Now this video is going to be like the last one. It's going to be several different days mixed together throughout the week. So I probably won't see you again till tomorrow after I get off work or something like that. But anyway, we'll see you folks later.